I'm Christian Yelich of the Milwaukee Brewers. Welcome to the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. In 2006, I was where all you were, playing for Simi Valley, California, and leading off. Some of the best memories I have playing baseball are where you guys are today. I have a lot of great friends and was actually fortunate enough to play with somebody from the Puerto Rico team the year we were there in the big leagues, Alex Claudio. So you never know who you're going to play with down the road. It could be you guys one day, but enjoy the game, best of luck, and have a bunch of fun.
Good afternoon and welcome to Lou Hayes Pony Field in Washington, Pennsylvania. We're joining you for day 2 coverage of the 2022 Dick's Pony League World Series. Good afternoon, thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Bricado. We have 3 games lined up for today. First up, the first meeting of the tournament between San Jose, California, the West Zone champions, and Monterrey, Mexico, the champions of the Mexican Zone. And both of these teams very battle-tested. Having gotten here, San Jose won 5 consecutive elimination games to get here. Monterrey won 6 consecutive elimination games. 2 games yesterday that we saw, and Hagerstown, Maryland knocked off Bay County, Michigan by the final of 6-5, and also Chinese Taipei defeating Puerto Rico 6-1. So this is game 3 of the double elimination tournament, and we have 2 more games scheduled for later today. We'll send it upstairs now to the men who will be calling the action, Lanny Fratteri and Ernie Galuski.
Joe, thank you very much. Let us remind you that what you will be watching today, 13 and 14-year-olds, we have the 10 teams from all over the world, and so, as Joe's pointed out, a team from Mexico today and a team from California, and I am so pleased to be alongside one of my favorite partners, Ernie Galuski. Your thoughts?
I'm excited for the game. Day 2 starting out with a bang right here. As Joe mentioned, 2 teams that lost their first game in a double elimination format in zone play. It's really hard to come back through a bracket and win a tournament when you lose game 1, but we have 2 teams that did that. San Jose won 5 in a row, and Monterrey, Mexico won 6 in a row. So these are 2 teams that know how to play with their backs against the wall.
And I am reminded of the Chicago song, Saturday in the Park. Game 1 of this day, Game 3 of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series, coming up in a moment.
Oh yeah, been waiting for this one.
Jumpstart the season with a bit of fresh air. Whether you like to walk, run, hike, bike, or boat, you'll find that Washington County is connected by trails. Plan a day on one of the nation's outstanding rail trails with a trip on the Montour, Panhandle, or National Pike Trail. Grab a paddle and navigate the scenic Mon River and surrounding small-town charm. We'll see you at the trailhead. Plan your trip today at washcotrails.com.
Point of information, in today's game, Monterrey is the visiting team, and that is determined by coin flip all the way through. We'll keep it posted. The bracket is already determined what line is home and visitors.
Day 2 and Game 3 of the 2022 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is about to begin. West Zone champion San Jose set to take on Monterrey, Mexico. The teams are on the field, and let's meet the players. For that, we head upstairs to public address announcer Bob Gregg.
And now the starting lineups for Game 3 of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Monterrey, Mexico, leading off, shortstop, number 2, Diego Alvarado. Batting second and playing third base, number 77, Isai Garza. Batting third and playing center field, number 22, Yosiro Iguia. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 61, Roy Kim. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 30, Luis Guajardo. Batting sixth and catching, number 10, Daniel Gonzalez. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 8, Miguel Alejandro Jr. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 42, Enrique Hinojosa Jr. Batting ninth and pitching, number 21, Miguel Hernandez. Number 16, Antonio Guerrero. Number 18, Alejandro Cruz. Number 20, Israel Herrera. Number 25, Alonso Delgado. Number 50, Emiliano Martinez. Number 83, Patricio Villarreal. Coach Miguel Alejandro. Coach Enrique Hinojosa. And the manager, Gerardo Leal, Monterrey, Mexico. And now for the home team, the West Zone champions from San Jose, California. Leading off and playing third base, number 11, Tommy Moran. Batting second and pitching, number 26, Toby Torres. Batting third, the second baseman, number 1, Antonio Chavez. Batting fourth and playing right field, number 19, Ethan Williams. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 23, David Hall. Batting sixth and catching, number 5, Enrique Sotero. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 10, Marcus Garcia. Batting eighth and playing first base, number 22, Dante Butler. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 6, Griffin Bacon. Number 3, Jaden Taylor. Number 17, Adriel Ceja. Number 34, Aiden Mojica. Coach Eddie Dimas. Coach Brian Bacon. The manager, Shane Hall. West Zone champion, San Jose, California. Umpiring at home plate, Jeff DeChellis. At first base, Dave Smolko. At second base, Ray Parker. At third base, Jeff Rabel Sr. Decisions Committee, Lenny Lynch, Tom O'Connor, Terry Faust. At this time, we ask all that are able to please rise for the Pony Prayer and the national anthems. Gentlemen and boys, please remove your caps. Thank you to all veterans and active duty members of the United States Armed Forces for your service. We invite you to render a hand salute during the Star-Spangled Banner. Almighty God, help us to realize that we are gathered here to watch young people play baseball, not to second-guess strategy, dispute decisions, or question ability. That we are here to cheer, to encourage, to join in the fun that is baseball, not to jeer, discourage, or otherwise degrade the game. That while officials and players are expected to perform within the bounds of certain standards, we also, as spectators, are expected to conduct ourselves within the bounds of good sportsmanship. May this contest end without injury, without feelings of ill will, without disgrace, but as an activity worthy of thy blessing. Amen.
4 teams began play yesterday at the Pony League World Series. 5 more will do so today. The teams from San Jose, California, and Monterrey, Mexico have traveled a combined 4,400 miles to get here. We'll see how they do in Game 3 of the tournament coming up next as coverage of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series continues with Day 2 coming up next.
To everyone still crushing it when it's this hot. To those making it happen in the heat. And especially to those who have to wear long sleeves right now. We've got a Dunkin' Iced just for you.
Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
We've been in your community since 1808. We've stood by your side covering the news of the day. We've been here for the important times in your life. We've celebrated with you. We're proud to have delivered the latest in local, regional, and national news in Washington, Greene, and southern Allegheny counties. We'll be here for the next phase of your life with our print and online editions. The Observer Reporter, life delivered daily.
There's a place, far from the city, yet just down the road, where likes and shares mean more. It's in every bite, each performance, and every night, where the miles we ride together become the memories we share forever. We dream because they fought for it. We give because they worked for it. The American spirit lives here.
Hi, I'm Dylan Radigan. The world is brimming with possibilities. And that keeps me busy. My latest invention may be able to feed and sustain communities around the world. My team and I are always on the go, meeting new people and seeing new places. I produce films that I really care about. It's an honor to speak to audiences around the world. When people come together, meaningful work gets done. How do I do all this? Well, that part's easy. Hotelplanner.com.
To everyone still crushing it when it's this hot. To those making it happen in the heat. And especially to those who have to wear long sleeves right now. We've got a Dunkin' Iced just for you.
And the curtain is about to go up. Let's check the dimensions of the stage. 250 down the lines, 305 to center field. And remember, the bases are 80 feet apart, not 90, and 54 feet from home plate to the mound as opposed to 60 feet 6 inches. Shining, shimmering, splendid Saturday afternoon for our first of 3 of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Monterrey, Mexico is the visiting team, and Alvarado will lead off. Garza, Gio, Kim, Guajardo, Gonzalez, Alejandro, Hinojosa, and Hernandez. Facing the left-hander from San Jose, Texas, Toby Torres. And we are underway.
And the first fastball there from Torres, up and way up out of the zone. Got to get the jitters out here early in the game.
And the count to 2-0 on Alvarado. And a strike, 2-1. San Jose, California, the home team. What the committee does is it flips coins to determine the home teams and in what slots they will occupy on the bracket right along through the championship game. Torres, 2-2 pitch. Outside.
Good idea there in a 2-2 count, just off the plate, trying to get the swing and miss, but runs the count to full here, and Torres in danger of walking the leadoff hitter of the game.
Ball fouled away. What is significant, and we'll talk a decent amount about this on our telecast, the fact that there is a pitch limit. And so if you can get outs economically, bouncer to third, Moran, and the catch made by Butler, and the out is recorded.
Played a nice play there at third by Moran. He does a nice job.
Moran to Butler, up the middle, Hall and Chavez. Bacon, Garcia, Williams in the outfield, and Sotelo catching the left-hander Toby Torres.
Moran took a little bit of time there after he made a play on a tough hop, and throw kind of ran on him a little bit, but a nice job by Butler to hang on at first base and get the tag for the out.
And now number 77 is Isai Garza. Up high. 10 teams this year. Last year, it was decided that there only be 8. And so there was no team from Mexico participating in 2021. Now 3-0.
And you see here Torres, when he's missing up in the zone, and that probably has a lot to do with just nerves here in the first inning of the first game of the tournament.
And quite obviously, Garza taking all the way. 3-1. And a 1-out walk. 8 teams last year. No teams from Europe, Asia Pacific, Mexico.
Okay, not a giant crowd here at the ballpark for the first game of the day, but a very energetic Mexico crowd on the third base side.
And Yosira Ejia stepping in, center fielder. Mexico has won 1 championship of the Pony League World Series, and that was 1972, exactly 50 years ago. And the team that won in 1972 was from Monterrey, Mexico.
See California really concerned over there at first base with Garza.
Breaking ball down and in.
Pretty good pitch there from Torres. I think the first breaking ball he's thrown here early in this game, and it was a good one. Nice job by Aguirre to hold off on that pitch.
Now 2-1. Gerardo Leal is the manager of the Mexican team. And he is a coach at the Sports Institute in Mexico. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the count 2-2.
What a good pitch there by Torres. He kind of took a little lap around the mound after he missed with the 1-1 pitch. I'm sure, again, you got to control your heartbeat right now. First inning of your first game of the tournament, and he does a nice job of just taking a deep breath, taking a little bit of time, and comes back and fires probably his best pitch of the game.
And then on the 2-2 offering, misses high. Runner at first, 1 out. Let's see if Garza's running here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We are just underway. Mexico and California. Runner not going, and it's back-to-back walks. And now Roy Kim
This is what you always worry about as a manager. It's that first inning of the first game of an event like this, the Pony League World Series. Everybody's a little bit nervous. You're a little uneasy. You're not real familiar with your surroundings and just trying to settle into a game. But a lot of games in these situations, somebody puts up a big number in the first.
And keep in mind that you're trying to settle into a routine as a starting pitcher, and when you issue a walk, then you're now in the stretch position and you're concerned. Dugout's telling you to step off, throws to first. Strike one.
What a good off-speed pitch there by Torres to get ahead in the count. The first count that he has been ahead so far in this game. Good changeup there from the left-hander.
I have to watch to see how effective a pitch that's going to be for him today. Foul back, and Torres out in front of Kim, 0-2.
When Torres already at, I believe, 20 pitches here in the first inning with one out.
Garza at second. The G of the runner at first. Ball one.
Boy, back to the changeup there in an 0-2 count, and it was a dandy. Maybe that's the pitch here in the first he has the best feel for.
Torres deals in a foul ball. Yeah, the pitch limit for a calendar day is 95, and Torres is about a quarter of the way there.
You know, that's a concern, obviously, if you're San Jose, is, you know, you're thinking now it's going to be tough to get through the game with one pitcher, but then you really start worrying about how many pitches he's thrown in this inning.
And 2-2.
Yeah, the numbers will tell you that once a guy gets above 20 pitches an inning, he loses something. Obviously, a little bit of fatigue sets in, and it becomes a lot more difficult for the pitcher out there because they're laboring. And again, he's now at 23 pitches, still only one out here in the first. Well, you can bet San Jose is wanting that ground ball right now, Lanny. One pitch to get out of the inning.
2-2 offering. And the strikeout of the number 4 hitter, Kim. It becomes the second out of the inning.
Boy, that's a big pitch for Torres in San Jose to get the big strikeout there. Mexico still a chance here, though, to put up a number here in the top of the first inning.
Guajardo. And another pitch that misses by quite a distance.
And he finds it there, gets on top of that pitch, and is able to drive that fastball in the bottom part of the zone for strike one.
And the left-hander Torres, as he's done a number of times because of this concern for the base runners. 1-1 strike, and Luis Guajardo. Dandy breaking ball there, 1-2.
Yeah, again, I think only the second one he's thrown. Both of them been very good. Could be a really, really dangerous pitch for Torres if he could find the feel for it here moving forward in this game. We're back with the fastball, Lanny.
Yeah, and I thought he placed it pretty well.
Yeah, it was a good pitch inside, but maybe I'm a little surprised he didn't go back to the breaking ball.
How about the changeup right here, 1-2?
It's a left-handed pitcher. That changeup's going to be more effective against right-handed hitters because it fades away from him.
popped up. And it turns out to be a Shakespearean top of the first. Much ado about nothing. But a lot of pitches thrown by Toby Torres. No runs, no hits, 2 left on. Monterey nothing, and San Jose coming to bat.
Sean likes to help his teams on the field, but elbow and shoulder pain kept him on the sidelines. Treatment from AHN had him feeling like himself in a couple days. Now he's back, pitching in wherever he's needed. Getting back in the game is living proof.
One more time.
Come on, one more.
One more. Righty stance.
2, 1. One more, man.
Oh, man. All right, little bro.
Want more?
Cricket Wireless, the official wireless provider of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. If there's a home run hit in this game, show your game ticket at the Washington.
Bottom of the first, San Jose has Tommy Moran in the number 1 spot. Moran is a switch hitter, and then left-handed batters Torres and Chavez, and a left-hander Bacon in the number 9 spot of the order. No score as we slip into the bottom of the first inning. And that batting order to face impressive-looking left-hander Miguel Hernandez.
You are right there, Lanny. An impressive kid out there on the mound. Big, strong kid for 14 years old.
It says here on the roster he is 6 feet, 176 pounds. Tommy Moran, or Moran rather, a natural right-handed batter, started switch hitting 5 months ago.
We saw Moran make a nice play there in the top of the first on a hard hit ground ball, tough hop. He fielded it, made the play for the first out of the top of the first.
Count 2-1. Let me ask you this question about making the transition from warming up in the corner flat surface to the mound.
Very difficult. It is very difficult. He's able to look like a changeup there for strike 2. Good pitch in a 2-1 count, but it's difficult because you are throwing flat ground and then you're out on a mound that you've never pitched on before. Obviously the first game of the tournament for both of these teams, and you know, I hate to keep saying it, but there's always nerves and jitters involved in the first game of a tournament.
All your years working with youth baseball, have you found out any secrets about how you minimize the nervousness?
I mean, I always thought, I don't think there is a secret. I think it's going to be difficult, but I think it's a year-long process of, I think it's the way you practice, right? You try to build as much confidence as you can.
3-2 pitch laced into center field, and Moran comes up with the first hit of the game. Defensively for Monterrey, Mexico, Alejandro in left, Agia in center, Guajardo in right, and then on the infield, third to first, Garza, Alvarado, Hinojosa, Kim, and Gonzalez behind the Pentagon.
You know, just to finish my point there, Lanny, I mean, I think a lot of great teams, a lot of great coaches will will start to plan for events like this. You know, they'll have goals. Boy, and almost picked off at first base. It looks like Moran kind of was spinning his tires there. He crossed over to get back to the bag and got stuck. Couldn't quite get back. And, boy, almost out of first base. But I think if you put the seed in their head early in the season, this is our goal and this is what we're going for, then it may be a little bit easier once you achieve that goal because you've expected it the entire season. But I guess the short answer would be it's never easy. You're always going to have some jitters and some nerves right off the bat.
Now pitcher Torres, left-handed batter, bit of an opening on the right side with the first baseman Kim holding the runner on. And the count 2 balls, no strikes for San Jose, California. This team was here a year ago and was eliminated in 2 games. Lost to Brownsville 1-0 in 10 innings. And then lost to Manchester, New Hampshire 9-2. Fouled back 2-2.
A pretty good hack there from Torres left on left. He got a pitch up in the zone, took a pretty aggressive swing at it and just fouls it straight back.
Shane Hall, the manager of the team from San Jose, working with Eddie Demas and Brian Bacon. Runner breaks on the pickoff play and gets in. Well done by Moran. He got picked off, but was able to avoid being picked off in terms of it being an out.
Yeah, and he went on the first move, the left-hander, and was easily able to beat it because Hernandez went to the full leg kick, and by the time he was able to deliver the ball to first, and from first on to second, it was not in time for the speedy Moran.
Ooh, and Torres hit in the batting helmet. 2 on and nobody out, and well, shaky top of the first.
Well, it actually got him on the back of the shoulder, the shoulder blade there.
Did not catch him with the batting helmet, thank goodness.
Thank goodness. A lot safer place to get hit than in the head, but much like the top of the first, looks like Hernandez is running into a little bit of control issues here as well as he's put the first 2 runners on base. One, the base hit by Moran in a 3-2 count, but and a hit by pitch in a 2-1 count.
Well, let's see if the bunt is in order. Bottom of the first, number 3 hitter Antonio Chavez, left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. 2 corner infielders are up. Pitch inside, and Mexico was looking for the bunt. Shortstop Alvarado sprinted for third. That's part of the wheel play. And with that, we get a timeout, and Gerardo Leal, the manager, is going to go out to the mound.
Boy, probably a good idea because you don't know. Obviously, these teams haven't played each other this season. You don't have a ton of scouting reports, I'm sure. And, you know, you set your bunt defense up there in an 0-0 count, and Chavez doesn't show bunt. So never hurts to go out there and kind of break things up a little bit. Let Hernandez catch his breath, put a plan together defensively, and then get back to playing baseball.
And let us tell you about the rest of the day. Our second game today will feature Washington County, Pennsylvania, and the team from London, United Kingdom. And then our third and fifth game of the tournament, third of the day, Hagerstown, Maryland, against Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Hagerstown, Maryland beating Bay County, Michigan yesterday. Johnstown will be playing its first game of the tournament as Hagerstown prevailed 6-5 yesterday, and Chinese Taipei 6-1. Chinese Taipei was not here in 2020. There was not a Pony League World Series 2 years ago. Chinese Taipei not here last year, but the winners of 4 championships in recent history. And a swing and a foul ball off the mask of the home plate umpire, Jeff DeChellis.
Hernandez up in the zone there. Good swing by the 3-hitter Chavez. And another foul ball straight back. If you're Hernandez, you're going to want to get that pitch down in the zone a little bit.
This umpiring crew, all 4 of these gentlemen are from the state of Ohio. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on. No score, bottom of the first inning. Strike called.
First breaking ball of the game there for Hernandez. It's tough to go to those secondary pitches when you're trying to find the command of your fastball, and we've seen that out of both of the starters here today, both left-handers.
Right now, Hernandez out in front on the batter, Chavez.
2-2.
Really came across that one glove side there, probably trying to throw it a little too hard. Missed badly. A nice play by the catcher there, Gonzalez.
The strikeout of Chavez, first out of the bottom of the first inning, no score. And it brings up Ethan Williams.
I think that would classify as a big pitch, wouldn't it, Lanny? Really good breaking ball there. Disappears, drops off the table, and gets the 3-hitter Chavez to chase it out of the zone for a strikeout in the first out here of the bottom of the first for Mexico.
Ethan Williams was here in Washington a year ago. And his dad was a coach in 2021. Line shot center field. Moran scores easily as the center fielder had trouble finding the ball in the grass. So it is 1-0 San Jose. Moran scores, Torres to third, and Williams ends up at second.
Well, you talk about ambushing a fastball. Williams goes and gets it up in the zone, line drive into center. But how about the base running by San Jose there? Great job by Moran. He bellied up to it to make sure it was going to drop, and then was all out to score. And at first base, Torres saw it the whole way. Saw the bobble in center field, never broke stride, able to move on to third. And also the hitter who sees the bobble in center field, and the relay throw that came in was high. So Williams able to take second base, which takes the force outs off the infield for Mexico here, takes the double play out of order. A big opportunity here for San Jose to have a big first inning.
Pitch outside, ball 1 to Hall. Single for Williams, an RBI, and takes second on the throw. David Hall played here in Washington, Pennsylvania, 2021. Swing and a miss. And we send out greetings to David's grandparents, David and Kathy. And David's dad, Shane, the manager of the San Jose Pony League team. 1-0 San Jose leads. Pick off at second. Well, good throw gets him.
Well, that's good coaching there for Mexico that was there. The play was there. I saw the shortstop go, and it was definitely going to be an out, but the throw from Hernandez just cut in to the left field side, to third base side, too much for the shortstop to make the play.
And now the infield comes in after they try the pickoff. Full windup for Hernandez. And the count 2-1.
I believe he started the game out just going from the stretch, right? I don't think he went from the windup to start the game, but making a little inning adjustment here for the left-hander.
Now the stretch. And the count 1-1.
One thing I learned, I wasn't a pitcher or ever a pitching coach, Lanny, but the one thing I learned, you just let those pitchers do whatever they want. Right? Because you don't want to tell them to do something they're not comfortable doing. So if he wants to throw from the stretch one pitch and then go to the windup the next, I think you just have to let them do whatever they feel comfortable doing.
With the infield in. And called strike 3. And that could turn out to be a pivotal pitch as well. You know, that's a challenge for a manager. What are you're going to play your infield in with runners at second and third and fewer than 2 outs?
Yeah, early in the game. I mean, it's a 7-inning game here, and you know, you may not feel that maybe your offense is going to put up 7, 8, 9 runs, and you want to limit it as much as you can. You see that a lot in baseball now, Lanny. A lot of managers will play the first and second inning like, you know, the old timers would have played the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Enrique Sotelo swing and a miss, strike one. I think I've told you this before, but I sat in a room with 3 or 4 very knowledgeable baseball guys. They were discussing the playing of the infield in with a runner at third early in the game. 2 of them were in favor of it, 2 of them against it. And this ball trundled to first. The inning is over, but San Jose grabs a 1-0 lead, 1 run on 2 hits and 2 left on base. San Jose 1, Monterey 0.
George, we're all back in the office. You need to come back in too.
Yeah? No.
You can't even get your webcam right. You have to come back in.
Why should I? Washington Financial Bank's digital features make it even easier to bank anywhere.
Washington Financial Bank is adding more digital features. Log into live chats, mortgage pre-qualification, and easy access to many features via QR codes.
Are we done here? It's almost happy hour and the Huck Dub is calling.
People who come to Cricket, stay with Cricket.
Little did we know that switching to Cricket was going to be a major upgrade. The 5G is like fast.
Switch for the speed, stay for the savings. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Baseball fans know Christian Yelich as the 2018 National League MVP. Well, he also participated for Simi Valley, California in the 2006 Dick's Pony League World Series, and he was member of the runner-up squad for that team.
It was just fun, man. Like, those are some of the best memories you have of playing baseball. You're a kid. I think I started playing pony when, might have been like 9 or 10. Whatever Mustang is, I think, 10, somewhere around there. So that's when I started playing pony for the first time, and you kind of learn like the rules of baseball. It's the first time you got like leadoffs and all that stuff. But you get to play with your friends. You get to play with your friends for the duration of your time in pony baseball, and if you're fortunate enough to play with them in high school, and then after that, everybody kind of goes on their own path and their own journey, you know. And so I think you should enjoy it as much as you can and just make the most of it. You know, it's a game at that point still.
Christian Yelich on some of the greatest moments of his baseball career, many forged in the Pony League World Series. Back upstairs.
All right, Joe and Daniel Gonzalez, left-handed batter, to lead off against the left-hander Toby Torres. And Toby now has a 1-0 lead as we slide into the second. Pitch inside, ball 1.
First pitch breaking ball there, changeup. Just floats off the plate for ball 1.
I mentioned in the first inning that Gerardo Leal is the manager, Miguel Alejandro one of the coaches, and Enrique Hinojosa is the other. Miguel is a teacher of chemistry, and Enrique is a lawyer. And the count 1-1 strike. Now 1-2, Gonzalez in the 6th spot of the order.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I don't think I've ever thought, man, I can be a chemist or I could be a lawyer. You can be pretty intelligent to join those professions.
1-2 pitch. swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Torres.
Well, first inning out of the way there, and Torres looks like a different pitcher here in the second inning.
Searching swing by Gonzalez. Alejandro, the right-handed batter. The winner of this game will play on Monday. We'll play on Monday at 8 o'clock. And the loser of this game will come back and play at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Double elimination tournament. Foul ball outside third past Alvarado.
Torres working both sides of the plate now. That fastball, 0-0 fastball in on the hands of Alejandro Jr. Really what it comes down to, regardless if it's youth baseball, the Pony League World Series, high school, all the way to the major leagues, it really all comes down to a pitcher's command, doesn't it? You know how the game's going to go.
And the count 1-1. Two balls and one strike on Miguel. Alejandro. Pretty dandy breaking ball there.
Yeah, it's been the go-to pitch for sure. Looks like he has had the best command of that breaking ball of any of his three pitches. Doubled up on it, came back to it. Great job by Alejandro to spoil it, foul it off.
And remember, Toby Torres threw 29 pitches in the first inning. He's already at 39, which means that he could not, if he were to leave the game right now, he could not pitch tomorrow or Monday. And if he gets to 51, then he wouldn't be available to come back until Tuesday.
I would bet that Torres is going to get to at least 51 here.
Moran on a play that was not at all routine, 2 down.
Yeah, nice play there. The second nice play we've seen Moran make so far early in this game. It's one of those decisions. The ball comes off the bat. If you lay back on it, Lanny, you're going to have no time to throw the runner out at first. So you have to charge and you have to field a tough hop. And Moran able to get his glove out in front, pick a short hop, and make the play on to first.
And strike one, Hinojosa. And BK in the 8th spot of the batting order. 1-0. San Jose out in front. And the ball popped. And it is a 1-2-3 inning. San Jose 1, Monterey 0.
Even during challenging times, Community Bank has helped small businesses in the area grow and thrive. Every business has different banking needs. Community Bank will help you with your plans. Community Bank, moving your business forward by building a stronger community.
We've been in your community since 1808. We've stood by your side covering the news of the day. We've been here for the important times in your life. We've celebrated with you. We're proud to have delivered the latest in local, regional, and national news in Washington, Greene, and southern Allegheny counties. We'll be here for the next phase of your life with our print and online editions. The Observer Reporter, life delivered daily.
At Washington Honda, taking care of our customers is our top priority. Whether you shop online or on the lot, we'll deliver your new car to your front door at no extra fee. It really is all at the mall.
Not all car buying experiences are as straightforward as Washington Hyundai, but you can count on Washington Hyundai. We're here for you. The vehicle you want from the dealership you trust. It really is all at the mall.
Community Bank helped us in every way there was when we built this new restaurant. This past year has been really hard on the restaurant industry, and we would not be where we are without the support of Community Bank. Community Bank, moving my business forward by building a stronger community.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented in part by Duncan, by Westbanco, by Allegheny Health Network, and by Slovenian Savings and Loan.
1-0, San Jose leads. During the commercial break, Jaden Taylor went down into the right field corner and threw a couple of preliminary tosses under the watchful eye of Coach Brian Bacon. Ball rolled to the right side, and Marcus Garcia, one pitch, one out, bottom of the second inning. Earlier today, the Champions game, and all of the teams from the Pony League World Series were standing at the edge of the outfield grass watching as these young baseball players, young boys, young girls, with challenges and meeting those challenges and having just a wonderful morning.
Well, it really was just outstanding. I came in right at the beginning of it and watched the large portion of it, and just the energy on the field with all of the teams out there in full uniform cheering and making themselves available for it. It's a really, really special event here at the Pony League World Series.
And after 33 years as a Major League broadcaster, it means so much for me to have this opportunity to be a part of the Pony League World Series. I've been announcing games for 7 or 8 years now, and I truly look forward to these 6 days in August. 0-2 on Butler, Dante Butler.
I think we got a ball on the field down the right field line, maybe, Lanny. Stoppage of play.
Your attention in right field.
And Guajardo takes care of it.
Keep the balls off the playing field that don't belong there.
Dante Butler, who goes to, will be going to Piedmont Hills. He'll be a 10th grader at Piedmont Hills in the fall. And he will celebrate his 15th birthday on October 2nd of this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Butler in the 9th spot of the order and looks at strike 3. 2 outs, strikeout number 3 for Miguel Hernandez. San Jose leads 1-0.
And that backdoor breaking ball has been the ticket here early for Hernandez. Got the strikeout looking of Hall in the first inning, a big second out of the first, and now makes the same pitch to Butler here to get out number 2 in the second inning.
And Griffin Bacon, he was here in 2021. The son of one of the coaches for San Jose. And a strike called Griffin will be a 9th grader at Pioneer High School in the fall. And this young man not only plays baseball, but he is also a swimmer. 0-1 pitch. Liner knocked down by the pitcher Hernandez. And the ball's thrown away in a collision at first base. And we got to check and see if Bacon is all right. Colliding with the first baseman, Kim.
Yeah, a reaction play there by Hernandez. The line drive right back to him. He knocks it down. Has to put a lot on it to get it on to first. If the throw's on line, he's going to be in time. But really fortunate for everybody that everybody's okay, because obviously Butler or Bacon could have been injured there with the collision, but the first baseman, Kim, also puts himself in harm's way there with extending that glove side arm out into a guy running full speed. I've seen a lot of first basemen break arms and break wrists in that situation. So Kim, very fortunate.
And the umpires did get together just to discuss, I would guess, the possibility of, is there obstruction there, and is the runner entitled to second base? I don't think that should have been the call, and it is not.
No, that's definitely no ill intent there at all by Kim, the first baseman.
And now checking to see if Hernandez is okay. Remember, the ball hit his glove hand, and so he's flexing his right hand.
Now we're waiting to see, is that going to be scored as a hit or an error, Lanny? I think I would score it a hit.
I would as well.
Yeah.
No.
Top of the batting order for Moran. Moran singled, stole a base, and scored. Remember, Moran had been picked off, but still was able to successfully get to second, and later in the inning scored, but flies out here. San Jose, no runs on one hit, one left on base. Middle of the second inning. It is San Jose 1 and Monterey nothing.
Congenital heart disease means that you're born with a heart defect. Parents ask if their child will have a normal life. That's a huge responsibility. Here at the Children's Heart Center, we use a comprehensive care model. We treat newborns all the way up to fully grown adults that were born with congenital heart disease. These kids go to elementary school, go to high school, go to college, get married, have families. The people of West Virginia deserve this level of care.
At Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, we believe that every life has potential, and we're dedicated to fulfilling it. Our programs give every child the opportunity to overcome obstacles, achieve milestones, and reach their fullest early learning potential. From cutting-edge development therapies and daily medical supervision to quality early education for children of all abilities, we cater to each family's specific needs. Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, your path to lifelong fulfillment.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented in part by Community Bank, by Marthinson and Salvetti Insurance Group, and by Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania.
And Hernandez will lead off the third. If you are scoring at home, I've always wanted to say that. If you are scoring at home,
I'm sure you've said it before.
As if believing that, well, if you are, the official score has ruled an error on the ball that Bacon hit back to the box. Miguel Hernandez, young man who is going to, matriculate to the IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, later this year. Was at IMG at the summer camp recently, and or within the last couple of years, I guess, and met David Ortiz's son. And they have struck up a friendship. By the way, I don't agree with that scoring call.
It's tough,
For the
yeah,
record.
very tough. I thought it should have been a single as well, but you know, Hernandez did make the bad throw to first base. There was time there, so I can see it both ways. I can see it on both sides, Laney, but I probably would have scored it a
Roger
hit as well.
Lenhart and Scott Bartlett, Roger, our producer, and Scott, our director, both think it was an error. And that's okay if they want to publicly state that they're wrong.
Yeah, it's their prerogative.
Remember,
right?
the scoring rule is, can the play be made with ordinary effort? Okay?
Exactly.
And when
yeah.
I hear somebody say, well, the throw would have beat him, it has nothing to do with the scoring decision in my mind. Because if you are, in that case, hustling, running, quickly running to get the ball and throwing in an unordinary way, then whether the throw would have got there or not has nothing to do with the play. And the throw to first to complete the strikeout here. So for Torres, his third strikeout of the game. So if you really had to put, if you had to put your reputation on the line, would you agree with the producer and director, the guys that are hiring you and paying you the money, or with your partner?
I'm with you on this one. I thought it was a hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks,
yeah.
partner.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I do think it was a hit because you're right. I mean, it didn't take ordinary effort, right? It was not routine to react to a line drive that bangs off your glove, and then
Let's go. Stay efficient.
and again, that baseball clock that was ticking there for Hernandez on the mound, he didn't know that there was plenty of time to make the throw. He was just rushing to get the ball and get it over to first and made a bad throw. So, although I can see both sides of the argument, I'm on your side, Mr. Fateri. I think it was a base hit. How about Torres here now? He's now retired 6 in a row after the shaky start in the first inning.
Walked 2 in the first inning after 1 out, so he's not giving up a base hit. And once again, Jaden Taylor warming up.
Another left-hander.
2 balls, no strikes.
Again, the impressive thing here for Torres is a little bit of shaky start there in the first inning, back-to-back walks. And he hasn't had the fastball command here today. But he's been able to mix the changeup and the breaking ball in there and keep Mexico off balance, off the scoreboard, and out of the hit column here early.
And a walk on 4 pitches. And the pitch total is 53. And so we're already at a point where Torres, because he has thrown 53 pitches, can't pitch tomorrow, can't pitch Monday, can't pitch Tuesday. And there's only one more game after that, and that's Wednesday. So to have a chance to pitch Wednesday, he's got to not throw more than 65 pitches, correct?
Yeah, I mean, talk about a tough game to manage if you're one of these head coaches. I mean, Jimmy Leland didn't have to worry about pitch counts, right?
Well,
you know, but you know, I got to take this guy out, or he can't pitch 4 days from now.
Oh, yeah.
When we go to St. Louis, and we got to face John Tudor, or something along those lines, you know. But it's part of the game, though, and I think it's a very important part of the game. I think it's absolutely necessary, and it's great that Pitch Smart and all these organizations have come in and put together some guidelines for coaches to follow. But it does make it interesting when you're the coach trying to make decisions and trying to win games.
Yeah, foul ball. You brought up the name of one of my dear friends, Jim Leland, former Pirate manager. Roger Lenhart, our producer, is going to try to get a picture of Jim with a baseball cap on. But because I think Tom Debo, who is one of the coaches here in the Pony League World Series, looks an awful lot with his hat on like Jim Leland from Bay County, Michigan. Now the shortstop playing up the middle. No chance. Alvarado advances to second, and Garza picks up the first hit of the game for Monterrey, Mexico.
Well, you talk about double play depth. The shortstop Hall was, I mean, almost standing on second base. I mean, that ball came off the bat. I thought it was going to be a routine, you know, potential double play ball, but because of Hall's positioning way up the middle against the right-handed hitter, he goes over and makes a really nice play, a nice backhanded play. I thought he had no chance at first base. He got rid of it and made it a lot closer than I thought possible. But I think normal double play positioning right there, and you may have a double play ball to end the inning there, Lanny.
Yes, indeed. Here's Agia. Takes low and inside, ball one. 1-0 San Jose leads. San Jose scoring in the bottom of the first inning. And the one-out RBI single by Ethan Williams that knocked in Tommy Moran. And a strike to make it 1-1 strike.
A good fastball there with movement underneath the hands of the three-hitter, Agia.
Alvarado, the runner at second, Garza at first. And Torres had to spend a good bit of time thinking and worrying about the runners on base in the first, but had a 1-2-3 second and retired the first batter of this third inning. But then the walk and then the single. Off the glove of the diving Moran, and the bases are loaded. Back-to-back infield singles.
Another one of those game of inches, right? You hear that all the time. The shortstop Hall, his positioning probably cost an out, and then there with the third baseman, Moran really playing in there with guys on first and second. I thought really shallow with the three-hitter being up, and you know, a ball hit, he leaves his feet just off the edge of the glove. Maybe if he's deeper by a step there in his pre-pitch positioning, I think he's able to make that play, and yet another opportunity for a double play to end the inning.
Middle infielders back at double play depth. Kim in the cleanup position, bases loaded, and one out. There have been 47 grand slams in the history of the Pony League World Series, but we've not had one since 2018. One and one.
Boy, big situation here in the game, right? Mexico had a great opportunity in the first inning to put a run on the board or maybe even put a crooked number on the scoreboard. Unable to do it. Torres able to wiggle himself out of trouble. We'll see if Torres can do it again here in the third.
Bouncer to third. Fair ball. Run scores, and that was an above-average play for Moran. Able to charge, get the ball at the line, get the out at first. Run scores and makes it 1-1. Alvarado coming home. Garza to third. The GM moves up to second.
Yeah, another really nice play, but just wondering, do you think he had time to get the out, the force out at home plate there? I thought that he did, but Moran, on all the balls that have been hit to Moran today.
Well, here's the line. This is what's going to make it tough for it. How does he get the ball past the runner? You see the catcher trying to set himself up inside.
Going to have to, you know, it's probably where the catcher wants to be outside because of positioning. Probably the right move. Just a heady play by Moran to go ahead and take the out at first.
Base hit. Scoring from third, Garza. Throw in cut off by Moran, and it's 2-1 Monterey as Guajardo drives in run number 2, and we're going to have a pitching change right here.
Yeah, it's 62 pitches now. You're going to be able to bring him back on Wednesday if you would like, but Mexico getting on Torres here a little bit. And
fine,
definitely the hardest hit ball of the day there, the line drive in the left field.
Move over. Tell Griff. Jaden.
Jaden being Taylor.
Here you go, baby. Griff. Griff.
See what other changes
Go.
Shane has in mind.
Come in.
Torres to the outfield.
So that puts Torres in center. And Garcia comes out of the game. Is that what we have?
Well, because it is traditional that outfielders congregate during a pitching change, we'll have to make sure that that is indeed the alignment. Bob Gregg, the public address announcer, will also be getting the word from the dugout and passing it on to us. So Monterrey, Mexico has taken a 2-1 lead. After 1 out, a walk, back-to-back infield singles. The Kim ground out tied the game at 1 as Alvarado scored, and the Guajardo base hit drives in Garza.
That a young Christian Yelich. I think he looks the same right now, Lanny. I don't know if he's put on much weight or anything. Could always hit. Tell you what, Lanny, I just was thinking, I'm so glad I was never mic'd up when I had to make a pitching change back in my days.
Why, you fearful of saying a naughty word?
Or multiple.
Not you or Nikolewski.
Yes, but probably a good thing. I think maybe all coaches and managers should be mic'd up when they make pitching changes. Be a lot more pleasant experience for the pitcher coming out of the game. I can promise you that.
And now Gonzalez, runners at first and third, 2 outs. And Taylor's pitch is outside. This left-hander Jaden Taylor, who will turn 15 on September the 4th, from St. Luis Obispo, and happens to be the oldest player on the team. Runner delaying and breaking for second, Guajardo.
Good baseball there, trying to draw that throw. San Jose doesn't bite up, just pretty much gives second base away on the delayed steal.
The catcher Sotelo was screened from seeing the runner because of the left-handed batter, and the count 2-0 on Gonzalez. 2-1. Monterrey, Mexico leads. We're in the top of the third. And now 3 balls, 1 strike.
And it goes back to your point there, Lanny. Another pitcher comes in the game. His first pitches after warming up on the flat grounds there in the bullpen, and trying to figure out that adjustment on the mound.
Count 3-0. And taking all the way, and a walk to Gonzalez on 4 pitches. Now the bases are loaded for Miguel Alejandro. Monterrey, Mexico leading San Jose, California, and time is requested and granted. By the way, that last Grand Slam that we had 4 years ago, Nathan Kladowski hit the Grand Slam for Youngstown in Youngstown's loss on August 14th of 2018 against the Dominican Republic. Full windup for Taylor. And a called strike.
First strike of the game for Jaden Taylor there. Good pitch there to get ahead in the count.
And for the record, only once has a player from Mexico hit a grand slam in the Pony League World Series. Breaking ball 0-2. Alejandro, the 8th batter of the inning.
We are still homerless here early on in the Pony League World Series in 2022. Other than the home run derby, of course.
Yes.
There's some home runs hit, but very inviting dimensions here at Lou Hayes Pony Field. Only 250 down the lines and 305 dead center.
0-2 pitch. And a foul ball.
No two breaking ball there. He threw the breaking ball on the outer side of the outer half of the plate, the back door, to get strike two, and then started that one in the middle of the plate, broke in on the hands of Alejandro. I thought that ball might spin back into fair territory there too. It had some weird spin on it.
Jaden Taylor peeking over the top of his glove. Foul ball outside third.
I'm telling you, Lanny, there's something to it. 4 pitches for Jaden Taylor after entering the game. A little bit of nerves, right? You come in a tough situation. 4 straight pitches out of the zone for a walk. Settles in, and now he's been 4 straight pitches in the strike zone. Still has that 0-2 count to Alejandro.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Wild pitch breaking for the plate to Gia. And he scores. Monterrey, Mexico leads 3-1. Gia scoring, Guajardo to third, Gonzalez to second.
Well, that one just got away from the left-hander. A very wild pitch. Clear to the backstop.
And the count 1-2 on Alejandro.
1-2 pitch.
And a foul ball.
Well, you can see Guajardo over there at third base. I think if there wasn't 2 strikes right now, I think he might try to steal home plate. I mean, with the left-hander going from the windup, Taylor turning his back, I mean, he's getting 35, 40 feet down the line.
And the strikeout ends the inning. But Monterrey, Mexico scores 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 left on base. Go to the bottom of the third of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Monterrey 3, San Jose 1.
Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
On Thursday night, many of us were at the Dick's Sporting Goods location outside, we're in Washington, Pennsylvania. And a good number of the teams were here for the Fan Fest. A chance for these players and coaches and managers to meet one another. And the first opportunity to taste the wonderful hospitality of Southwestern Pennsylvania. Bottom of the third, Toby Torres, the batter. Torres hit by a pitch, plunked in the back in the first inning. And left-hander Hernandez. Pitch fouled away, 1 ball, 1 strike. For San Jose, it bust from Silicon Valley to Long Beach, California, and then flew out of the Long Beach airport. Pitch inside, flew to St. Louis, Missouri, and then from St. Louis to Pittsburgh, the bus down Pittsburgh, and San Jose arrived at its hotel at 1 a.m. Friday morning. Ball fouled away, 2-2. Torres in the second spot of the order, Chavez to follow, and then Williams. Williams driving in the San Jose run in the first inning.
Yeah, that's a long day of travel, right? And then you're losing your hours because you're coming to this Eastern time zone, and a little bit of time to adjust for these kids from California.
You know, the 2-1 pitch is high. Shane Hall, the manager, a construction inspector for public schools, the manager and the third base coach. Javi is his wife, and they have 4 children, 3 daughters, plus their son David, who is the starting shortstop for San Jose. 3-1 is the score in favor of Monterey. Bouncer up the middle. Base hit to center field. Torres, leadoff single. And that'll bring up Antonio Chavez. First base coach, Bacon.
Second time today on base for Toby Torres, the starting pitcher for California here today. This time he's on base with nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Brian Bacon, first base coach, software technician. Wife's name is Marissa. Watch out. Throw to first base. And Brian and Marissa have 4 children. Elizabeth, Alioni, and Angela. Angela is at the University of Utah. Swing and a miss, strike one. And the other coach, Eddie Demas, who is attending school in San Jose, studying kinesiology. And Eddie Demas spent 5 years in the Marine Corps. Runner going, big jump. But he's got to come back. Torres has to do an about face.
Yeah, and if you're Chavez there, you have to see that Torres has the bag stolen easy, and he went on first move, got a great read, had it stolen easily. And you know, even though you're down in the count 0-1, if you're Chavez, you have to see that and just take the pitch and allow your teammate to get into scoring position. Chavez on a check swing fouls it off to the third base side.
No balls, 2 strikes. Throw to first base on a pickoff. Couple of errant throws that were saved, and the out. Pickoff throw was not perfect, nor was the relay, the first relay throw.
Well, you talk about fortunate. My goodness. I mean, a great play there by the first baseman, Kim, on an errant throw. He throws it to second. A great play by the shortstop to go up and get a throw, and then finally able to record the out. Tough break there for California and a big out for Mexico.
0-2 pitch, bouncer to the mound. And 2 down. You know, in the time that I've announced the Pony Baseball, I've seen a lot of occasions where teams, the defensive clubs, having trouble dealing with the running game of the opposition. But so far today, that Well, the stolen base, Moran stole the base off a pickoff in the first inning and scored the run for San Jose.
Yeah, but anytime a left-handed pitcher is going to neutralize the running game a little bit, right? Because the guy's looking at you, and you got to pick and choose your spots, and you try to go first move. And we saw as Hernandez starting to get into a groove here, drops that breaking ball in there for strike 2, second consecutive 0-2 count to a San Jose hitter. But you know, you saw him. Torres had the bag stolen easily. He went first move, the ball gets fouled off. He picks up on the next pitch, and Torres was taken off again. So it is a gambling effort by the base runners as once again Hernandez makes his pitch, but just off the plate. Perfect 0-2 pitch. Boy, that ball really had a bunch of movement, almost became a strike there late with the late movement. And it's a guessing game over there for the base runners with these left-handed pitchers on the mound right now.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Williams, who has the San Jose RBI. Ethan Williams plays baseball. He's also a hockey player. He's a winger.
What is a winger? I'm not a big hockey fan.
The forwards are either centers and then a right wing and a left wing.
Those are the guys that score the goals, right?
Most times. And Williams strikes out. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left on base after 3. Monterey 3, San Jose 1.
John Sisson Motors invites you to experience the next evolution of the automobile with a completely new all-electric 2022 EQS sedan from Mercedes EQ. Reserve yours today at johnsissonmercedes.com.
Now is a great time to take home a new Nissan from John Sisson Nissan. We have a great selection of new Nissans to choose from, like a 2022 Nissan Rogue or a 2022 Nissan Altima. At John Sisson Nissan, every customer is a VIP. Discover for yourself today.
Bring together expert faculty. Offer programs in high-demand fields. Add in a few centuries of tradition. You might call it the future of higher education. We're calling it Pennsylvania Western University. We've combined the resources of California, Clarion, and Edinburgh to create a new way to educate, where opportunities are boundless and tomorrow is yours to define. Built on tradition, built for your future. Welcome to Penn West.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket.
Little did we know that switching to Cricket was going to be a major upgrade. The 5G is like fast.
Switch for the speed, stay for the savings. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Monterey has surged ahead of San Jose 3-1, and we are joined by assistant coach for Monterey, Enrique Hinojosa. Let's start with your starting pitcher, Miguel Hernandez. After allowing a run in the first, what allowed him to settle in?
Yeah, the same happens in the championship in back in Mexico. He had a difficult first inning, and then he settled, and he brought us here. So we hope the same for this tournament.
3 runs in the top of the third. What allowed for the better at-bats for your guys in the third?
Yeah, well, we hope we keep hitting. We have a good lineup, and they're ready to go.
Thanks, Enrique.
Thank you.
Back upstairs.
No attorney questions there thrown by Joe at Enrique, and great timing on the part of Joe because Enrique's son, Enrique Jr., is going to lead off this top of the 4th inning.
Maryland taking on Johnstown, PA, and that's slated for 6 o'clock. Here we go to start the top of the 4th.
And a swing and a miss, our second game of the doubleheader today.
Way out in front there for Hinojosa, and you can see how this left-hander Taylor can be extremely difficult if he's in the strike zone.
And that ball doesn't stay in the air long enough. It was, I don't know how you would describe that swing. It wasn't with much authority. Just kind of reached the bat over the plate and got
way out in front
aluminum
again.
on it, 0-2.
Yeah, and with the pitcher's mound being 54 feet, you got to get geared up for a fastball. I mean, it's getting to you, and you can see here Hinojosa really geared up for the fastball, and he's gotten off speed pitches 2 times in a row.
1-2. Second game today, Washington County, Pennsylvania against London United Kingdom.
London manager, press box, please.
And then the third game, Hagerstown, Maryland against Johnstown, Pennsylvania.
1-2 coming from Taylor.
And base hit. Leadoff single in the top of the fourth inning.
When a ball off the fist of Hinojosa, you got to give him credit. He made an adjustment out in front on the first couple of pitches. Really tried to stay back there, floats the ball over the shortstop Hall's head, who I think, his original movement there, shortstop Hall kind of came in and took a bad route to that ball. Because of that first step in, ball was able to get over his head for the leadoff single for Hinojosa.
And now Miguel Hernandez checking in with the third base coach and manager Liel. Third baseman Moran up on the grass. Ball kicks away. And good base running by Hinojosa. He spotted that pitch was going to be blocked and had the jump to get up to second base on a wild pitch.
Yeah, the dirt ball read. I wish we'd see more of that in Major League Baseball these days, Lanny. I'm not sure if base running's being taught the same way that it used to be at the professional level, but that's a base and could end up helping you score a run. Great base running there by Hinojosa.
On attempt 1-1. Monterey leads 3-1 in the fourth inning. The winner of this game will come back and play on Monday at 8 o'clock.
Boy, Moran, the third baseman, really playing deep here with Hernandez likely bunting again.
And that pitch over the head of the batter.
I tell you what, the pitch went over his head, but I'm not sure that he ever pulled the bat back, Lanny. Should that be called a strike? And I think that's what's being asked. Pitch way over his head, but the pitch, Hernandez never pulled the bat back. The call goes in Mexico's favor, though. Counts 2-1.
Outside 3-1.
Well, I like the bunt call here, though.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, runner on second here. Your 9-hitter at the plate. If he gets a bunt down, you move that runner up another 80 feet. And a great opportunity to extend the lead if you're Mexico. And again, Moran playing very deep here at third base. That's probably where Hernandez wants to bunt the ball, is toward third base.
Now full count.
Obviously, Moran with the runner at second can't come in and completely take the bunt away. Can't vacate his position. But I'm surprised that he's not playing a lot shallower, because if the ball is bunted his direction, he needs to come make the play.
Now the count's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, nobody on fourth inning. And Monterrey, Mexico leading 3-1. Three-two pitch. Runner will stay at second, but that ball took a strange hop. Hall couldn't handle it. And so Hinojosa moves to third. Hernandez safe at first.
Boy, a tough chance there for the shortstop Hall. He got caught with his hands above his waist on that hop, and when the ball didn't quite come up and give him the hop that he wanted, he wasn't able to rotate those hands around and get the glove below the ball. They always say as an infielder, you want to stay below the ball, and Hall just not able to stay below the ball there.
Let's go. That guy should have been out. He's left his bat out there for a strike. Don't worry about it. We're here to play the game, not call the game. Let's go. Yes, I do.
Here's Shane Hall agreeing with Ernie Galuski about the strike that wasn't called, according to San Jose on that pitch. It was over the.
He called that a ball. But he clearly left it hanging out.
Yeah. That's why I asked for help on that.
But that's your call.
But no, it's
if he leaves it out there.
Because when I got your catcher jumping in front of me, I have a hard time seeing things. Because the ball
I know
is
it. Okay, never mind. Because it's dead anyways.
Yes.
It's not an issue, so we're good.
Okay.
But I like the message there. I'm with the San Jose manager in that situation. It probably was a pitch that needs to be called strike, but a tough call for the home plate umpire, right? That's one where you're going to appeal and hope that your base umpires can have your back and help you out there. But I love the message to his players there. We're here to play and not call the game.
Line drive, base hit that drives in Hinojosa. And it's 4-1 Monterey. Hernandez advances to second. Alvarado picking up the RBI single.
What a big swing there, and an 0-0 count. Ambushes a fastball up in the zone and drives it into center field for that RBI base hit.
Boy, I like that. Ambushes a fastball.
Yeah, I've always been some of the best baseball minds that I've ever been around. Lanny told me one time, you know what the best way to hit a curveball is, don't you? You know what the best way to hit a curveball?
No, tell me, sir.
Don't miss fastballs. Every great hitting coach I've ever talked to says you want to be good at hitting a curveball, don't take or foul off fastballs, hit fastballs. And Alvarado there got one in an 0-0 count and drove it into the outfield for a base hit. Never heard that before, huh? It's the best approach.
We worked together many years, and I don't recall you telling me that, but I like it. It reminds me also of a hitting coach that told me once that he tells his hitters, don't look for a pitch that you can't hit.
Makes sense.
Runners going 0-2, swinging a foul tip, strike 3. And Garza's out number 2 on the double steal. Hernandez to third, and Alvarado to second.
I like the call there from Mexico. You've got San Jose on their heels right now. Be aggressive on the bases. They put the runners in motion with 2 strikes. Isaiah not able to put the ball in play, but Mexico moves 2 runners up into scoring position now for their 3-hitter.
And the infield playing in for San Jose. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Strike called. Yusiro Agia walked in the first, had an infield single, and scored on a wild pitch in the third. Monterrey, Mexico on top 4-1. And 2.
And there's that off-speed pitch again. Both teams struggling with the off-speed pitches today. This goes right back to that same point, right? Don't miss fastballs. When you get fastballs to hit them, and you don't have to worry about the off-speed pitches.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Good movement on that pitch from the left-hander Taylor. Almost got Agia to offer. Good 0-2 pitch there. Started on the outside part of the plate, fading away from the right-handed hitter.
Strikeout of Agia at number 2. And strikeout number 3 for Jaden Taylor.
First baseman number 61, Roy Kim.
Roy Kim 0 for 2. Picked up an RBI with a ground out in the third inning. Monterey leads 4-1. And strike 1.
The first pitch breaking ball there from Taylor gets strike 1, and I like that. First base is open here for the left-hander. You don't want to give in to the cleanup hitter, Roy Kim, if you don't have to. Make him hit pitchers' pitches. On the other side, what a big opportunity here for Mexico, though, with already the 4-1 lead, but a couple guys in scoring position here with 2 outs.
0-2, another breaking ball down and in.
Here's where, if you're California, if you're San Jose and you're the left-hander Jaden Taylor, you have to make a good pitch here, right? Maybe trust your catcher, bury a breaking ball in the dirt, but do not want to leave something out over the plate here.
How about that, Ernie?
How about a breaking ball for strike 3?
Monterey picks up an additional run on 2 hits. There was an error and 2 left on base. After 3.5 innings, Monterey, Mexico 4, San Jose, California 1.
Oh, yeah.
But wait for this one.
Here in Washington County, the Pony League World Series headquarters for baseball and softball, located near where the Washington Wild Things play, just off Interstate 70. Not only offices, but an impressive museum with so many of the artifacts and memorabilia moments and pieces of memorabilia that are being showcased and archived for generations to come. There's David Hall, he being of the pink wristband, leads off. Shortstop Alvarado. Throw to first, off the mark, safe at first. So Hall is on.
And Alvarado does everything there right at short, picks a good hop, but, you know, got a little bit too much with the feet. Took a little bit of time and a good strong arm to first, but that ball stayed up. Kim had to leave his feet over there at first base, apply the tag, but on the tag, the ball gets knocked loose and a leadoff runner on now for California.
And Sotelo 0 for 1. San Jose grabbed a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first, but Monterey scored 3 in the third and a run in the fourth. Enrique Sotelo, who will be a 9th grader at Bishop O'Dowd High School in the fall. One strike pitch and a called strike 0-2.
We'll see if some point here Hall doesn't try to pick a pitch and go on the first move of Hernandez. That's what San Jose has done today.
0-2 pitch is a ball. The San Jose team only has 12 players. Braden Baldwin is not with the team. He injured his elbow in a recent tournament. Runner at first, Hall. And now 2-2.
Hernandez really settled in after that first inning. Gave up the 1 run, hit a batter in the first, but since then he's been really lights out here today.
And second baseman Hinojosa. And a lot number 1. And then bring up Marcus Garcia.
Not a lot of hard hit balls against the left-hander Hernandez today. Usually the telltale of what kind of stuff a pitcher has is if the ball's getting squared up and hit hard, and California have really struggled to hit the ball hard off the left-hander.
Ball fouled away there. Marcus Garcia. who will be a ninth grader at Pablo Robes High School in the fall. Young man who plays football, basketball, and baseball. Ball runner at first. Going. Ball popped up, and Hall's got to hurry back to first as center fielder Agia makes the grab, 2 outs.
22, Dante Butler.
And brings up Dante Butler.
Nice job there by Hall at first base. Saw that it was a fly ball. Needed to get back. He could have very easily, because he was running on the pitch trying to steal second base. If he didn't peek in and see contact and see where the ball went, could have easily been a double play to end the inning for Mexico.
And Butler 0 for 1. Throw to first. Ooh, just. Hall just did get back in time.
Yeah, good call by the umpire. Looks like he was in there, but he was leaning. The visual was that he was out at first base. It's really been a game changer here. The move by Hernandez to first base. Just pick the one guy off. California with the 1 stolen base, and then the pickoff move goes away there for him as he throws it away and gives second base away to Hall.
He tried to throw that sidearm?
I think he may have, yeah, kind of a quick move instead of the leg kick and go over. So the 3rd error of the game for Mexico, 2 of which have been committed by the pitcher Hernandez.
Despite a couple of errors in the inning, San Jose no runs, no hits, and a man left on base. Go to the 5th inning, Monterey 4, San Jose 1.
One more time.
Come on, one more.
One more. Righty stance.
Yeah!
2, 1.
One more, man.
Oh, man. All right, little bro.
Want more?
Congenital heart disease means that you're born with a heart defect. Parents ask if their child will have a normal life. That's a huge responsibility. Here at the Children's Heart Center, we use a comprehensive care model. We treat newborns all the way up to fully grown adults that were born with congenital heart disease. These kids go to elementary school, go to high school, go to college, get married, have families. The people of West Virginia deserve this level of care.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, by the Washington County Tourism Promotion Agency, and by the Observer Publishing Company.
Monterey leads San Jose 4-1 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. We're joined by San Jose manager Shane Hall. Shane, I know you made a pitching change, but Jaden Taylor gave you some good work in relief. What was working for him?
He's funky. 4 different off-speed pitches, keeps him off balance. He did his job. I asked him to give me a couple innings, he did it.
What do you need to do to get the bats going after you're seeing this pitcher a couple times through the lineup now?
It's up to these boys to get the job done. They've been through it. We're down but not out. Been through the lineup almost twice now. Time to figure them out.
Thanks, Shane.
Thank you, sir.
Kind of funky.
I would agree. He does have that funky arm action and a bunch of different ways he can spin it and move it around. And Taylor did a nice job, but he will give way here to Marcus Garcia, who started the game in center field.
Then shifted to left, and Bacon has re-entered in left field. Guajardo leading off the top of the 5th inning of what is scheduled to be a 7-inning ball game, and a drive into left center field, off the wall. And Guajardo gets only a single out of it.
Oh boy, it's kind of the state of our game, right? I mean, I think he thought it was a home run. He didn't run hard out of the box, but you even look at California, though, they have nobody covering second base. The middle infielders were going out to like it was going to be a sure double cut. The first baseman didn't trail to first base, so you take a ball that is really, really well hit, and it almost defines, Lanny, what's going on with baseball in this generation.
And I'm baffled. The Mexican brain trust coming out. There was no way that ball was even close to being a home run.
No, I mean, it was off the wall, but you know, again, you know, it's where the state of the game is at all levels. That, you know, if you hit a ball good, then you have the right to sit there and watch it and individualize yourself. And you know, we saw it right there, a ball off that left field wall that should have been for extra bases is just a single.
There's a good fastball in on the hands of Gonzalez.
Again, you even see California, they were set up in a double cut defense with both middle infielders going out, but if somebody would have
base hit by the diving Chavez, 2-on-2 hit. You were saying, or you didn't complete that thought.
Yeah, I think if you know, if you have somebody there at second base, I mean, I think Guajardo could have made it there because nobody was covering second base on the ball, but he didn't. But there would have been somebody there, and he would have went to second, then would have been an out at second base. And you know, you see it so much in baseball now, at all levels. Guys not running hard out of the box. It's
and woulda. He would have scored on the base hit just off the bat of Gonzalez.
Exactly.
4-1 Monterey leads, has runners at first and second. Alejandro, pitch from Garcia. Kicks away, not too far away, but then the throw, if you want to call it that, the ball slipped out of the hands of catcher Sotelo.
Tough play there. Sotelo wanted to throw it to third. Should have known there wasn't a play there. The ball was already by him, but he saw there was no play and luckily able to just spike it into the ground. Heads up play there by the third baseman Moran to go over and grab the ball.
And no intentional grounding. Ball popped right field, tagging at third Guajardo. And now there's that it is best for San Jose that Williams didn't catch the ball. I have long been of the belief that if a foul ball is hit with a runner at third and the manager's playing the infield in, then the outfielder should not catch the ball.
I think it all depends on what situation you're in the game, and right now, California down.
Well, my point being is if the manager is saying, I don't want to concede a run to get an out, that's why I'm playing my infield in.
Yeah, why? Yeah.
Then the right fielder should not catch that ball.
Yeah, because you're conceding the run, obviously. I agree 100. Yeah, it's a great point.
Well, the strikeout of Alejandro went away.
When you could tell right now, Garcia has the stuff to get out of this inning, Laney, with no runs being scored. I mean, the fastball's got some life and really, really good breaking ball that he's thrown for strikes here.
And a called strike on Hinojosa. 1 for 2 with a run scored. 4-1 Monterey leads. Top of the 5th of what is scheduled to be a 7-inning ball game. 0-2.
And the fastball's got some life, Lanny. The best one we've seen all day.
Marcus Garcia, working from the stretch. 0-2 pitch to Hinojosa.
2 outs.
And just 3 in a row to get the strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts now for Garcia, who's throwing that fastball in the upper 70s. Might not sound like a lot, but at 54 feet, the upper 70s, it's getting on top of you.
And now the San Jose defense can relax. 2 outs. Inside ball 1. 9 Monterey batters have struck out in this game.
A little surprised here, Landy, the first baseman, Butler, really playing shallow here with 2 outs. Almost in the baseline. You think as a first baseman here, you would want to be playing really deep. Hernandez probably not a threat to bunt here with 2 outs and a couple of guys in scoring position.
Especially left-handed batter.
Yeah, left-handed batter.
Wild pitch breaking for the plate, Guajardo, and he scores. Gonzalez to third. 5-1 Monterey.
Another big run there for Mexico. Another run scores on a wild pitch. Aguilla scored in the 3rd inning on a wild pitch, part of that 3-run inning for Mexico.
And so Guajardo, who did not run all out when he hit the ball off the left center field wall, does come around to score. 2-1. Base hit it to center field. Hernandez drives in Gonzalez, and Monterrey, Mexico leads 6-1 over San Jose.
Just a nice piece of hitting there. Get the barrel to it, hit it up the middle, hope that it goes through, and Hernandez really helps himself out there. He's going to be lifted for a courtesy runner here as the pitcher helps himself out with the RBI single with 2 outs.
Alonso Delgado is the courtesy runner at first base.
Batter is number 2, Diego Alvarado.
Mexico has just chipped away here every inning, other than the 2nd inning where they went quietly 1-2-3. They have put a ton of pressure on California in their other 4 innings offensively.
San Jose, a 1-run first and a 1-0 lead that held until the top of the 3rd. Runner goes, big jump, stolen base for Delgado.
Delgado got a great jump and he got a great pitch to steal on. Pitch that was really difficult for the catcher to handle.
And a pitch that gets away, a high pitch that Sotelo did not corral. Runner at third after a pass ball, 2 outs. Strike 2 and 2. In past years, we've had a number of Monterey teams that have bust all the way from Mexico. We've had Mexican teams that have bust all the way from Mexico to come up to Pittsburgh. Pitch outside 3-2. That was not the case this year. I'll tell you more about the Monterey Mexico travels a bit later on. Here with the runner at third, 2 outs, count 3-2 on Alvarado. 3-2 pitch and fouled away. Let me tell you now, Monterey, Mexico
and Washington Financial Bank.
Well, let me hold off 1 second here. Runner at third, 3-2 the count. And the payoff pitch. Called strike 3. But Monterrey, Mexico scores 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 left on base. Moving to the bottom of the 5th inning. Monterrey 6, San Jose 1.
Sean likes to help his teams on the field, but elbow and shoulder pain kept him on the sidelines. Treatment from AHN had him feeling like himself in a couple days. Now he's back, pitching in wherever he's needed. Getting back in the game is living proof.
Bring together expert faculty. Offer programs in high-demand fields. Add in a few centuries of tradition. You might call it the future of higher education. We're calling it Pennsylvania Western University. We've combined the resources of California, Clarion, and Edinburgh to create a new way to educate, where opportunities are boundless and tomorrow is yours to define. Built on tradition, built for your future. Welcome to Penn West.
Monterrey's left-handed pitcher Miguel Hernandez struggled early on in this game. 3 of the first 4 batters for San Jose reached base, and they scored a run on 2 hits in the first inning. But since then, Hernandez has been lights out. He is through 4 innings, has struck out 4 batters, allowed just 3 hits, and has not walked a batter. And in a tournament where you need great starting pitching to advance through the multiple games, Miguel Hernandez has given Monterrey just that today.
All right, Joe, a couple of changes for Monterrey. Delgado is in left field, and he's been placed in the 4th spot of the batting order. And Miguel Alejandro has moved from left field to first base.
Boy, a good pitch there by Hernandez. Just misses with the first pitch breaking ball. He's really had good command of that pitch here today.
Griffin Bacon reached on an error in the 2nd.
Looks like Hernandez pushing 60 pitches. Looks like we're gonna see him at least get to 65 here, but they do have some activity in the Mexico bullpen. Always some kinks the first day, right, Lanny? Mexico struggling a little bit with just the lay of the land here. Needed a protector out there for their guys that were warming up. But we're getting it figured out. It's just the first day.
Two 1 pitch. Left field corner. And out of the reach of the lunging Delgado. Second game today. Washington, Pennsylvania, Washington County against London, United Kingdom.
And Washington, the host team, and you can tell because the crowd, look at the crowd. You look out left and right field now, and the place is absolutely jam-packed with the host team, Washington, PA, up next here today.
Ball strike three, Bacon the first out of the fifth inning.
And you talk about movement. I mean, there is some movement on these pitches from Hernandez. That's a fastball. What a tough job there for the left-handed hitting. Bacon, that looks like it's going to be way away from you, but the ball runs back in, grabs the outside corner for a strike.
Top of the order, and Tommy Moran. Moran in the bottom of the first inning singled, stole second, and scored on the Ethan Williams base hit. But the San Jose lead was short-lived. And San Jose is down by a score of 6-1. Oh-2 pitch. Ground ball, shortstop Alvarado handles the second out of the bottom of the fifth inning.
Pretty smooth there for the shortstop Alvarado. Great footwork, goes over, makes the forehand play, catches it in front of his body, great momentum, and on to first. He's got a plus arm over there at shortstop for Mexico.
And the left-handed batter, Toby Torres. And he gets his second hit of the game. 2-out single to right field.
Mexico almost stole it out there as Guajardo threw back into first. Torres took the hard turn at first base, which you like to see, a guy that's running the bases hard. I believe if the first baseman there, Alejandro, would have been at first, then Torres would have been out. Looks like that's going to be it for Hernandez.
Hernandez officially working 4 2/3 innings.
When you understand why, it's 64 pitches there. If he would have thrown 2 more pitches in the game, Lanny, he'd have been ineligible to pitch for the rest of the tournament. But now, coming out of the game before 65, he would be able to pitch again on Wednesday, which is the scheduled championship game at 7 o'clock here at Lou Hayes Pony Field.
And Garza, the new pitcher. And so Patricio Villarreal has entered the game. Garza had been at third base, so we'll have to check and see how it all sets up after the players take their stations. Runner at first, 2 outs. Antonio Chavez coming next. So Agia moves to third from center, and Villarreal is in center field.
A lot of changes. The card's getting pretty scratched up over here, but how about yours?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Gotta love it. I love this level of baseball where you're not just a pitcher. You might have to play somewhere else and multiple, and it's where coaching comes in so much. And you can tell this Mexico team is very well coached. You're going to have multiple roles in a game if you're going to be successful. And Obviously, both of these teams have had great seasons to make it all the way here to the pinnacle of the Pony League World Series.
And Garza fires over to first. Chavez, who was 0 for 2 in the game. Antonio, who will be at Valley Christian Junior High, an 8th grader in the fall. Plays baseball, basketball, and football, and turns away from an inside pitch, ball 1. (6-1) Monterey leads. Bottom of the 5th inning. Runner going, fouled away.
Torres in motion there, trying to steal the bag. Chavez found a barrel. He got the ball on the barrel just a little bit late. Hits it foul right over the third base coach's head. He made a very nimble move to get out of the way.
1 ball, 1 strike. Garza. 1-1 pitch. Runner goes again. Ball hit weakly to first. Alejandro, the unassisted play. San Jose, no runs on 1 hit, 1 left on base. After 5, Monterey 6, San Jose 1.
To everyone still crushing it when it's this hot. To those making it happen in the heat. And especially to those who have to wear long sleeves right now. We've got a Dunkin' iced just for you.
Taking care of our customers is our #1 priority at South Hills Toyota. Whether you come into our showroom to shop or buy through our express store online, the vehicle you want from the dealership you trust, it really is all at the mall.
Not all car buying experiences are as straightforward as Washington Hyundai, but you can count on Washington Hyundai. We're here for you. The vehicle you want from the dealership you trust. It really is all at the mall.
To everyone still crushing it when it's this hot. To those making it happen in the heat. And especially to those who have to wear long sleeves right now. We've got a Dunkin' iced just for you.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented in part by Appalachia Energy Partners, a specialized logistics company seeking CDL Class A drivers. Call 724-514-6593. By Lighthouse Electric, integrators of electrical solutions. And by Defy Security, cybersecurity experts who put customers back where they belong, first.
Give us a minute here to pat ourselves on the back. WVCR, let me start this over again. WVRC Media has been proud to be a partner with the Pony League World Series, and under the directions of Mike Parsons and Dan Lohman and Roger Lenhart and Scott Bartlett, the coverage of the 2021 Pony League World Series won a regional Emmy up against some major league competition. And so on behalf of our crew, let us tell you that we are extremely proud of our quality programming and a total team effort, but certainly we're pleased to have had the great leadership of those 4 men I just mentioned. Ball knocked down by Ovio. And here in the top of the 6th inning, Garza is the first out of the inning.
Well, a nice play there by the first baseman. That ball actually started foul. The spin brought it back into fair territory, right over the bag, and able to knock it down, keep it in front, pick it up, step on the bag for the first out.
And Agia looks at strike one. Monterey leads 6-1. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Base hit right center field. Edge of the track cut off by center fielder Torres. Against the new pitcher for San Jose, Mojica gives up the 1-out base hit.
There's a good baseball play there all the way around. Really good swing by Agia. Stayed inside of it. Good pitch. Hits it the other way. And a nice job by the center fielder of Torres to go out there and knock the ball down, not let it get all the way to the wall. And to keep Agia at first base with just a single.
And Garcia, who pitched for San Jose in the 5th inning, has moved back out to left field. Swing and a miss, 1-1 as Delgado chases a pitch at least letter high. And Mojica is the 4th pitcher of the game for San Jose. And a pitch up high, 2-1.
The 3 previous pitchers all did throw over 20 pitches, so there's going to be some rest involved. Garcia will have to rest 1 day, as well as Jaden Taylor.
Ground ball to short. Hall out at second. Safe at first. Hall and Chavez getting the lead runner at second base. Delgado safe at first. 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
Nice job by Hall to go over there, get his body in front of it, make sure that first out. Really good turn by the second baseman, Chavez. Made it a lot closer at first than I thought it was going to be.
Guajardo 2 for 3 in the game. Picked well by Moran, and Monterey in the 6th, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on base. After 5.5, Monterey 6, San Jose 1.
George, we're all back in the office. You need to come back in too.
Yeah? No.
You can't even get your webcam right. You have to come back in.
Why should I? Washington Financial Bank's digital features make it even easier to bank anywhere.
Washington Financial Bank is adding more digital features. Log in to live chats, mortgage pre-qualification, and easy access to many features via QR codes.
Are we done here? It's almost happy hour and the hot tub is calling.
John Sisson Motors invites you to experience the next evolution of the automobile with a completely new all-electric 2022 EQS sedan from Mercedes EQ. Reserve yours today at johnsissonmercedes.com.
Now is a great time to take home a new Nissan from John Sisson Nissan. We have a great selection of new Nissans to choose from, like a 2022 Nissan Rogue or a 2022 Nissan Altima. At John Sisson Nissan, every customer is a VIP. Discover for yourself today.
Top performer for Mexico today, Miguel Hernandez, the Monterey left-hander, 4 2/3 innings. Gave up a first inning run, and that's it. On 4 hits, struck out 5, didn't walk a batter, and 1 hit batsman.
He has been the difference in the game without a doubt. After a really kind of shaky start, the leadoff single by Moran in the first inning. He comes around to score on a 1-out single by Williams, a hit by pitch in that inning. But after that, after he got through the first 4 hitters of the first inning, Hernandez was absolutely lights out for his team in Mexico.
Williams, a couple of hours ago, knocked in the game's first run, a 1-out single in the first inning. Swing and a miss. Ethan, who is going to be a 9th grader at Los Gatos High School in the fall.
You can tell Garza's come in this game with an intention. The throw strikes, getting ahead of this hitter Williams. No balls and 2 strikes. Wastes that 0-2 pitch, fastball away. We'll see what he comes back with now. Breaking ball for strike 3. It's been the pitch of the day, hasn't it, Lanny? The breaking ball. Seems like every pitcher that's been on the mound, if you had command of that, you were going to get swings and misses and get outs.
Going back to your point about if you want to avoid the breaking ball.
Don't miss the fastball.
And now David Hall, 0 for 2. There have been 22 teams, or there have been 22 times that a team from California has won the Pony League World Series. The first was in 1959. The most recent, Covina, California, in 2017. Outside 3-0. 22 times Californians have won championships, Pony League World Series championships. Pitch is outside, ball 4.
Well, they've been playing some pretty good baseball out there in California for quite some time. Look at any Major League Baseball draft on any given year and just go down round by round and pick by pick and see how many kids have that big CA at the end of their profile from California. A lot of kids and a lot of good baseball players coming from the state of California.
Now Sotelo, who's 0 for 2. And a called strike.
Speaking of baseball in California, kind of a sad week with the passing of Vin Scully. I know that he's a good friend of yours and one of your co-workers for a long time.
I have always been honored that I can say that I've been a colleague of guys like Vin Scully and Jack Buck and Harry Callis and Ernie Harwell and Bob Prince. Nobody did it better, and nobody ever will do it better than Vin Scully. Out at second is shortstop Alvarado on the run. Makes the tag on Hall, 2 outs.
You talk about a perfect throw. I mean, an absolute perfect throw from the catcher Gonzalez. Gonzalez right on the bag. Shortstop a little bit late to the bag there, but the throw was so perfect that he was able to catch it and tag all in one motion.
And strike 1 here for San Jose. Adriel Ceja, his first plate appearance. Nobody on, 2 down. And the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ceja, the youngest player on the San Jose team. And a young man who not only plays baseball, basketball, and soccer, but he also has been playing the trumpet since he was in the 4th grade. And down on strike, swinging a pitch up and in. So we're going to the 7th inning. Monterey 6, San Jose 1.
People who come to cricket stay with cricket.
Little did we know that switching to cricket was going to be a major upgrade. The 5G is like
fast.
Switch for the speed, stay for the savings. Smile, you're on Cricket.
At Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, we believe that every life has potential, and we're dedicated to fulfilling it. Our programs give every child the opportunity to overcome obstacles, achieve milestones, and reach their fullest early learning potential. From cutting-edge development therapies and daily medical supervision to quality early education for children of all abilities, we cater to each family's specific needs. Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, your path to lifelong fulfillment.
People who come to Cricket, stay with Cricket.
Little did we know that switching to Cricket was going to be a major upgrade. The 5G is like fast.
Switch for the speed, stay for the savings. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Two more games today, 3 tomorrow here at the Pony League World Series. Blue Hayes Pony Field. Tickets are available at the gate for just $6 for adults, $4 for youth. For more information, go to plws.org. 3 games tomorrow, 4 on Monday, 4 on Tuesday. Championship game Wednesday night. And here in the Monterey 7th inning, Daniel Gonzalez facing Mojita. Mojita came on in the 6th and pitched a scoreless inning. Monterey leading 6-1. The winner of this game will advance. And the fly ball to center, back at the edge of the track. Torres makes the catch. The winner of the game advancing to play next on Monday at 8 o'clock. And the loser of this game will come back tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
Your attention, please. For Monterey.
And the loser of this game will play the loser of the game between Washington County and London. Ball fouled away. Pinch hitter here for Monterey, Mexico. Antonio Guerrero. Mojica's pitch. Oh, bounce to first. And Butler takes it himself. I was talking about Ovio, first baseman. And not only is he proud of his nickname, so proud that he's got it stitched on his first baseman's glove. 2 down.
Number 18, Alejandro Cruz.
And now a pinch hitter. Alejandro Cruz to bat. 6-1, Monterey leads. Soft liner to the mound, and Monterey, Mexico retired 1, 2, 3. Do or die. Whoops. Last chance for San Jose in the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing 6-1.
Jumpstart the season with a bit of fresh air. Whether you like to walk, run, hike, bike, or boat, you'll find that Washington County is connected by trails. Plan a day on one of the nation's outstanding rail trails with a trip on the Montour, Panhandle, or National Pike Trail. Grab a paddle and navigate the scenic Mon River and surrounding small-town charm. We'll see you at the trailhead. Plan your trip today at washcotrails.com.
Community Bank helped us in every way there was when we built this new restaurant. This past year has been really hard on the restaurant industry, and we would not be where we are without the support of Community Bank. Community Bank, moving my business forward by building a stronger community.
Even during challenging times, Community Bank has helped small businesses in the area grow and thrive. Every business has different banking needs. Community Bank will help you with your plans. Community Bank, moving your business forward by building a stronger community.
Last half of the 7th inning and last chance for San Jose, bottom third of its batting order. Coming up, Ernie Galuski and I will have the second game for you, along with our producer Roger Lenhart, our director Scott Bartlett, and our talented crew. Second game today, Washington County, Pennsylvania against London, United Kingdom. Marcus Garcia looks at a strike. Garcia 0 for 2 in the game. San Jose scored a run in the first. Monterey had a 3-run third, 1-run fourth, and a 2-run fifth. And the swing and a miss. Miguel Hernandez in line to get the win. He pitched 4 2/3 innings, and Toby Torres would be handed the loss. Ball fouled away 0-2 on Garcia.
Boy, Mexico's just pitched the baseball really, really well today. Miguel Hernandez, your starter, the left-hander, struggled a little bit in the first inning, but really settled in and pitched a great game. And now Garza has entered in relief and has retired all 4 hitters that he has faced here today.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And a hit batsman.
As soon as I say that, I jinx him, Lanny. And after an 0-2 count, he ends up hitting Garcia to put the leadoff runner on base here in the bottom of the 7th for California.
Dante Butler. A quick meeting with Shane Hall before stepping into the batter's box. Last half of the 7th inning. And 6-1 Monterey. Looks like Monterey is going to be coming back at 8 o'clock on Monday. And we'll play the winner of the Palmview, Texas, Washington, London game. That is when Washington and London, the winner of that game, plays Palmview, Texas tomorrow. The winner of that game would then play the winner of this game. Double elimination. Here's the pitch. Throw to first base, diving back safely, Garcia.
So how much attention would you give that base runner at first with a 5-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th? You only need 3 more outs to win the game.
I wouldn't feel that there's the need to pay any attention to him. They might even think about playing behind the runner.
Yeah, you could think about that. I do like holding the runner, I guess, in this situation with nobody out, because it does, you'd like to keep him there and maybe get a ground ball for a double play ball. But, yeah, I'm with you. Maybe with 1 out, you go ahead and start playing behind. And if they want to take the base, they can take the base.
Good job by Gonzalez. Grabbing a pitch that was way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I have been around enough youth coaches and managers to know that there are those that believe that even down by a considerable amount of runs, the ball popped up near the catcher, Gonzalez.
Been an interesting play there. You saw where he tried to get himself turned. You know, the fundamentally sound way to do it. You want to get your back toward the the pitcher's mound to make that play. He started, but ball just didn't have much hang time. So give it the old Willie Mays there in fair territory, the basket catch.
So now 1 out in the bottom of the inning, and Mojica steps in. Runner going. And a stolen base. The point I was making before the pop-up is that there are coaches that think that you can generate some offense by running, and that if you've been aggressive all year, then why change when you get into pivotal games? And yet I have a problem with you putting yourself in a situation where you're working to get base runners, and then you are somewhat cavalier, putting that base runner at jeopardy and wasting an out, and you're down to precious outs.
Yeah, that was a pretty risky stolen base there by Garcia, because reality is if the throw's on the bag, he's out. And then you make your second out in the consecutive innings on the bases, down 5 runs when you don't have that many outs left. Now only 2 left in the game for California.
1 and 2.
But you realize that we're old. Just so you know that, because I follow the game enough to know that that way of thinking, this new age and brand of baseball, will pretty much, they don't agree with us, and they don't want us to talk about it. Base running and things like that.
Well,
that doesn't mean we're going to change.
Well, but I'm of the opinion that even though we are older guys, there is a book in baseball, a book of percentages, and I maintain that book has always believed that you're down considerably, particularly late in the game, you cannot afford to run the bases in a haphazard way and attempt stolen bases that are really not going to provide you with any benefit whatsoever.
Yeah, and the reality of it is right now the tying runs 3 spots deep in the dugout right now, right? So you need base runners, you need some things to happen. Stealing a base in this situation isn't going to change the game.
Now 2 men on. So for all intents and purposes, Garcia, who stole second, would have been moved up by way of the walk anyways.
Hey, getting interesting though still. 5 run deficit here for California, but you are back to the top of the order. And that tying run right now is in the form of Antonio Chavez, which is the 3-hitter in the lineup. Or actually Williams, the cleanup hitter. So, I mean, there is a chance California could make this really interesting. 2 guys on base, only 1 out in the inning.
And Tommy Moran, a switch hitter. He batted right-handed against Hernandez in the 1st, 2nd, and 5th innings. And Moran, a natural right-handed batter. Fly ball into right center field. Drops in. Garcia around third. Scores. Now it's a 6-2 ball game. Garcia scores. Mojica ends up at third. And Moran at second.
About that, it's now a 6-2 game. California making it interesting here in the bottom of the 7th. Second hit of the game for Moran, who's played well defensively as well. Led off the game with a single, came around to score what was California's only run of the game until just now. And Moran is the guy that drives it in with the double.
Runner going for third. There's already a guy at that station. Moran is going to be thrown out.
I'm not quite sure that I've ever seen that before. Moran took off. Pitcher being really slow to the plate. Going from kind of like the windup. Moran not realizing there was a runner at third base. Boy, when you talk about giving those outs away on the bases, right? Wow, wow,
oh my
wow.
Gosh.
Wow. Second out of the inning here now. Only 1 out left to play with for California. Big mistake on the bases for San Jose.
Now 2 down.
And down to their last strike as well.
Two down, runner at third. Foul ball off to the left, not a play.
Foul ball, thanks to Washington Financial Bank.
6-2 ball game in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Coming up in just a bit. London, England.
Toby Torres.
Pennsylvania.
Shortstop Alvarado, and the ball game is over. San Jose picks up a run in the 7th inning, but Monterrey, Mexico has won. First game of our Saturday tripleheader, 6-2 the final score. Any final comment?
Hey, I think it all starts on the mound for Mexico. They played a nice baseball game. Hernandez is excellent on the mound, and in relief, Garza as well.
Total of Monterrey 6 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors. San Jose 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Miguel Hernandez, the winning pitcher, 4 2/3 innings, gave up only 1 run, and the losing pitcher is Toby Torres. Stay with us, folks. Back in about a half hour, maybe 40, 45 minutes with Washington County, Pennsylvania against London, Pony League World Series.
There's a place far from the city, yet just down the road, where likes and shares mean more. It's in every bite, each performance, and every night, where the miles we ride together become the memories we share forever. We dream because they fought for it. We give because they worked for it. The American spirit lives here. I can